I'm nervous.
Why?
I don't know. Sorry, you got something on your mustache. Ooh, I think it might be a boogie. What is it then?
It's probably...
Ew, don't flick it. Don't flick it.
It's not a boogie. It's like...
If it's stuck like that, that means it's a boogie.
No, it was like probably from that Brussels sprout or something.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. My name is Shanese Danae, and I have my fiance with me.
I'm just Matt.
He's just Matt. All right, so today we're going to be talking about, from our perspectives, why we felt like we were ready to be engaged. Just a heads up, we did not plan, like this wasn't a planned engagement. I know a lot of people do things like that, but
it wasn't planned.
No, I'm saying like it wasn't like I wasn't like, oh, I'm ready. I want you to give me the ring.
There were hints.
Of course you want to give your man hints. I mean, if I don't give you a hint, then how would you know that I'm ready?
Okay.
Okay, so anyway, it was not planned. That's not considered planned, right? That's like, planning is like, I'm going to take you this, I'm going to take you here, and I want you to like propose to me this moment. It wasn't like that.
No, it wasn't like that.
It was me just telling you that I was ready.
There were hints.
Yeah, well, anyway, I gave him hints, guys. He's like, you're taking me away from what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make this organized. So anyway.
This is not going to be organized. This is not going to be organized whatsoever.
Alright, so basically, this was not a planned engagement. I basically was telling him that I was ready. Like, because my thing was that I never wanted to get engaged or married young. Like, I wanted to live out my 20s and see it, like learn about myself before.
She had an age. You're 30. You wanted to be engaged.
I did. Well, because I wanted to live my 30s.
It was planned.
It was not planned. Planning basically means that like I'm telling you like I want you to propose to me at this location and all these things. I didn't do that.
No.
I didn't pressure you.
Okay, we can get into that.
Do you feel like I pressured you?
Not crazy pressure, but
what did I do?
I feel like
Tell the people. Tell the people. Tell the people then.
So the first sign was that arguments got a little different.
What you mean?
There was one time we was arguing about something, and she said she was like, "Well, my last name is still Crossing, so until it changes." So I started getting that.
Oh, was I being that petty?
And then, like, I guess she was having conversations with her mom and with her sister and stuff like that.
Not really. I didn't really have a lot of
And then they would talk about it with me.
I didn't have a lot of conversations with them.
She would get angry, like, "Oh no, let's not talk about that. I don't want to do that."
Okay, so first of all, I did not talk to my sister or my mom about like engagements like that. I really didn't.
But when they talked about it,
with me, well, you already know. My mom. First of all, my mom is dramatic anyway. Like, so she's going to make everything extra. Me, on the other hand, like I didn't talk to her about like sex. I mean, I did, but not like you're thinking.
All I'm saying is that I got a vibe because when her mom would talk about it, her sister would talk about it, you would get upset.
That was at one time.
Okay.
That's because like I felt like that was okay. So he's talking about a situation where I felt like it was more of like a mother-daughter conversation, and she was about to ask me in front of him, and I'm like that's like girl code 101. Come on, guys, like you know what I'm talking about. So I was like, Mom, like what are you doing? Like giving her the code, like basically like
all
be quiet.
I know is that there was a
so he took it as if like I didn't want to get married, right? Like
no, that like you were talking about it, but you didn't want to. You were talking about it and you wanted it so bad, but you didn't want me to know that you wanted it so bad.
No, that's not true. That's not true. Okay, well, anywho, all right,
so like what made me feel like I was ready, like what I always tell people, especially now, like when I tell them that I'm engaged and they're like, well, how long you been together? We've been together 11 going on 12 years.
I feel like I'm not close to that.
The explanation I usually give is just that like we met when I was 16. You feel what I'm saying? And I wasn't ready at 16. You know, so what took so long was just the maturing process. And so I guess I felt like I was ready once I became, you know, I heard Steve Harvey say one time that men need to feel financially secure before they actually make that leap with a woman. And I would say that kind of sums it up. I wanted to feel like that I was a man financially. It's sort of a pride thing, you know, and I felt like I was ready. It just took 11 years, but it took 11 years because like we met young, Went to college together. Grew up together, basically. So
we had to find our own identities.
Right.
First, like that was my thing. Like I always knew that I was going to marry him. I just didn't know when the time would be, and I also didn't want to be married young. Like that was just really like my main thing, because I felt like I wanted to get to know Shanese before I can give somebody else some of me, if that makes sense. I feel like in order for you to give someone your 50%, you know, like so you guys can work as a team, especially when it comes to communication, it takes a lot of growth. So that was my main thing. I just wanted to be completely 100% confident and comfortable within myself before I can even give him any of that. Ooh, that was good.
It was.
Ooh, that was good.
Mine ain't that good.
Oh.
I just felt like I wasn't ready. I mean, it's just that
simple.
Yeah, I just felt like I wasn't ready. I knew that, like, and I tell my friends this all the time, like, I knew that, like, if it didn't work with Shanese, like, I wasn't going to try to make it work with anybody else, not after all that time, so.
Oh, that makes sense. I was just your ride or die. The one and the only.
So, yeah, it's just about
ain't
being
no
ready.
other like me.
It was just about being ready, that's all. Being ready and, you know, being sure. I know, like, people will say, like, after 11 years, you finally found out you were sure, but, like, you know.
Like, why rush it? Like, I feel like nowadays, especially when it comes to our generation, like, people are such in a rush to get married, to be engaged. Like, they like the thought of it versus they don't think about, like, the work that you have to put in to get to where people are when it comes to marriage, when it comes to all of that. Like, marriage is not just like a boyfriend girlfriend type of relationship. It's like you become a union, so it's a lot deeper than that. So yeah.
Yeah, I think also for me it was like I didn't have anybody in my life that was like married or, you know, married for a long time or was still married or whatever. So like, you know, I had to kind of go through this relationship thing sort of on a whim, because like the men in my life that I could reach out to, like, they never been married, or their relationships weren't as long as ours were. So like I kind of had to figure things out on my own, as far as like going through arguments and making up and, you know, just being a better man for the woman I plan to be with. You know, some of that I had to learn on my own. So it took a while.
Yeah.
But, you know, I felt like I was ready, because it's like, well, we've been living together for forever. Been together for forever.
He loves my junkie.
been together, arguing forever, making up forever, it feels like. So.
And we never did that break stuff either. Like, we never did that, like, I'm going on a break, I'll holler at you later. Like, no.
Because you can't. You like.
I mean, what you breaking for? You might as well just break up and just don't get back together. Like, what you?
I mean, not just breaks? That, but like.
This is not no.
We got bills in our names. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to figure out who's taking the cat. You know like, so like, it's a little bit more difficult to just break up. So like, you either gonna put yourself through all that turmoil, or you gonna figure out how you gonna work it out.
Yeah, putting in the work. I feel like putting in the work is important. I feel like if you have an understanding amongst each other about, you know, respecting each other and making sure that things are equal between one another. Obviously somebody's gonna be more dominant in certain areas than others, but I don't know, I just feel like just being in a relationship, it's not just one person. You can't have like a selfish mindset. You have to be willing to make a lot of sacrifices, a whole lot, in order for it to work, really. Okay, so I just felt like I was ready, mainly because like I guess I was more nervous, especially when you go through, like, you know, your parents going through a divorce, and all of those things play a factor on yourself. When you, it's almost like when your parents divorce, it's almost like you got a divorce too, in a weird way, like relationship divorce. So I didn't want to experience that. I was afraid of that. And then I also, once I became older and matured, I was like, you know, I can't put their experiences amongst myself. So that was one of the things that had kind of triggered for me to just be like, I'm ready. Like, we've been together forever, we might as well. We're practically married at this point. So why not legally do it?
Mm-hmm. So what about the engagement itself? Like, what did you think about that?
So, okay, so I'm really, really nosy, and I was like, I'm gonna know. Like, I swear I'm gonna know. So when Matt proposed to me, like, I didn't have a clue. Like, my mom, she has the biggest mouth ever. She never said anything. Nothing ever slipped up. And then I was just like, I was starting to get sad. Honestly, I was starting to get sad because I was like, well, maybe you don't want to marry me.
Yeah, exactly. So when I said that,
so I know. Well, oh, it could have been a vibe because I was in my feelings. Now I'm admitting it. My name is Shanese. Like, no, I'm kidding, but no, I really do admit it. I was starting to feel some type of way. Like, well, maybe he doesn't want to marry me. Maybe he's not ready. So then I started like kind of preparing myself to not expect anything.
So the engagement didn't go at all how I planned it to be.
And I had no clue. I was living my best life in Dubai. What?
Yeah, man. Like, I'm thinking, like, how am I going to get this ring through security? Like, how am I going to propose? Because, like, you know, if you spend any amount of time around me, you know, like, I'm real reserved, don't talk a lot. So, like, I didn't want to do it in front of a lot of people. And, like, Dubai is like this tourist place, so there's always a lot of people. And so we were going to do it at
it's not really our vibe anyway. Like, we don't, like, I might do YouTube, but we're not really like public people.
Yeah.
When it comes to our relationship.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I was a little worried because you said you wanted your family to be there. You told me one time you wanted your family to be there.
I did, but I mean, what happened was perfect.
Anyway, I was going to do it at this like flower garden in Dubai, but it was closed when we got there. And so I was like, all right, I'm not going to do it here. And then we went to this butterfly garden. And then, like, I got like nervous because there was like so many people there, so I ain't gonna do it here. And then I don't know, I think we were trying to do something after that, but then we ended up going back to the hotel for the night. And I was like, man, I'm not about to spend another day in Dubai with this ring in my pocket, awkward as I don't know what. So
it's just awkward because you just made it awkward for yourself.
Because I was nervous.
You were scared. Oh! I just think that's so cute.
And so we got to the hotel, and I was like, all right, I'm not about to like try to figure out where I'm gonna do it for a whole nother day. So,
so he just did it in the hotel, and it was perfect. For us, like, I don't know, but we're not really that public with our relationship. We give you guys just a little snippet, and that's it, really. But I do want us to vlog more.
Yeah.
So you get to know us a little bit more on a personal level, because Matt and I are complete opposites. I'm like loud in your face. You know, extrovert, he's an introvert. We're just different, but it works. We balance each other out. I push him to be more extrovertness. That's not a word, but it's a word today.
Well, nobody is all of anything. Some people are more introverted than others.
Okay, yeah, he's a counselor, so he knows his stuff. He's a counselor, so he knows this stuff, y'all. Like, okay, so I've never been the type of girl to dream about a wedding and all that extra stuff. That princess vibes, not me, totally. Complete opposites. I might look like I'm like, you know, bougie, whatever people want to categorize me as. But I'm nothing like that, right? So, I don't know. It's like eventually once I got engaged, I was just like, oh my gosh. Things just got real fast, didn't it?
It got real fast.
He was like, I feel like you letting this wedding change you. Not like that, but like, because I always said I wanted like an intimate wedding. I didn't want a lot of people. And I
didn't say that the wedding was going to change. I didn't say like the wedding was changing you. I was saying that like it's just different from the conversations we had before.
I know. Honestly, I don't know what changed. I think it was just like, I want it to be like a celebration. That's why I want people to all feel like it's about us and our families becoming a union, and that's the vibe that I wanted. But this particular venue where we're getting married at is just like, it's breathtaking. It's different, it's unique, it's artsy, it describes us to a T. So it was just like, once I seen that, that was all she wrote. Then my mind was just like going like this, all these ideas, like, I want flowers, I want this, I want that, I want an orchestra. It's like, I'm kidding, but.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm pretty sure that every guy out there that's ever been engaged understands that weddings are super expensive.
They are. I feel like
planning for the wedding is super stressful.
It's not. I don't think it's stressful.
It's stressful.
Why is it stressful?
It's stressful because Well, I would say the first couple weeks after engagement were stressful because.
Oh yeah, because it was just like a lot. I was like, I wanted to put a deposit on this, and that. So it was just like a lot, kicking out a lot of money at once. So financially stressful, yes, but stressful, like planning stressful, no. I guess that's a better way of saying it. So guys, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Follow me on social media, Shanese Danae, you guys already know. But most importantly, we are going to do a lot more vlogs for you. It's been a little crazy, but definitely going to be doing a lot more vlogs. We're going to be doing Vlogmas, so we're going to actually start recording today, just little snippets, and post every day until Christmas.
The Christmas tree is going up today?
Yeah, the Christmas tree is going up today. So we actually have 2 Christmas trees. We have to put one upstairs and one downstairs, but we're only going to do one today. I think. My mom wants to get lights. That's a whole nother story. But again, until next time, you guys know what I always say. Deuces.